Really, the spiritual life's not about getting ourselves together or being in control. Almost the opposite. The spiritual life's about surrender. Sacrifice. When you give up something, what do you gain? This one's a little tricky also. I would say that we naturally, if you're an athlete, you give up sometimes partying on weekends and you work out and you gain sort of a fitness, also some serotonins that help you to feel good about yourself, and you are more likely then to win in the next tournament, whatever that might be. And that's true even in the spiritual life. When we let go of things, we are telling ourselves we need to not always be getting everything we want. We're telling ourselves some things about that. On the other hand, Jesus, while he both encourages fasting, he also offers some pretty big qualifications on that, whether it's fasting, almsgiving, giving to the poor, or praying even. One thing about it is he talks about this real strongly in his parable of the Pharisee and the tax collector. So the Pharisee was basically a pretty good religious person. And it said in Luke's gospel, he prayed to himself, God, I'm just grateful for the ways that I've been able to, fast twice a week, offer my offerings, and do this really good prayer. I feel sorry for that poor tax collector back there. Now, you've got to think tax collectors, they're not like the IRS are today. They probably had the reputation of someone from ISIS. They were just about as ready to beat up your grandma and take her purse as they were to help her across the street. Tax collectors were pretty bad people. But the Pharisee is there boasting of kind of his spiritual weightlifting, if you will, his good works, all this stuff. And of course, he's praying to himself in Luke's words. There's no mention really of God, but he's trying to tell God, look, you owe me one. I'm keeping my life in control, and I'm doing all these good things for you. You owe me one. In contrast, the tax collector starts out just with honest truth. First thing, my life's a mess. My life's a mess. I'm not worthy to be here. He starts with real, his prayer is actually a prayer. That's the problem with sacrifice. It's both good for us, but goodness, the ego loves to hide behind religion. In some ways, religion all by itself can just be a nice ego massage to folks that feel like I can pull myself up by my own bootstraps. By my merits, I will be okay. Pope Francis was asked, what do I need to obtain mercy? And the first thing he said the first thing that comes to mind is, tell God, I can't take it anymore. Just start from where you're at. Start from the fact that you know your life is unmanageable, that you know places that you can't control. Start there. Don't start with, look at all the great things I've done for you, but start with the reality of it. That's the best way to obtain mercy, is to be honest. And God, who is swift, is right there. Really, the spiritual life's not about getting ourselves together or being in control. Almost the opposite. The spiritual life's about surrender. Surrender.